In the depths of the north, where even the bravest dare not tread, I stumbled upon a truth that could shake the very foundation of honor itself. The stench of rot filled my nostrils. Sticky blood clung to my fingers, a reminder of horrors I wished to forget. But what haunted me more deeply was a secret, buried beneath the weight of 1,000 stones. Join me as I unveil the events that led Eddard Stark, Ned, the honorable Lord of Winterfell, into the jaws of darkness. It was a time of change, the defeat of the Targaryens still echoing through the halls of power. I was young then, just returned from battles that scarred both body and soul, when the letter arrived. No name graced the parchment, only an order. Find the missing Night's Watchman lost in the shadows of the Moon Mountains. But I sensed there was more, a lurking dread, unspoken, as if the very wind whispered warnings. As we rode deeper, the land grew hostile, trees charred by an unseen fire, horses skittish under the weight of fear. The air crackled with electricity, and those who lived near the Black Chasm fled, their eyes wide with terror. Rumors of shadows that whispered in the night, of a woman clad in grey who spoke in the voices of the dead. What could scare them so, I wondered, my heart racing with both duty and dread. But that was nothing compared to what happened next. As the storm unleashed its fury, we pressed on, guided by the faint glow of our torches. Then on the rocky outcrop, we found it, a symbol carved into the stone, a star split in two. An ancient mark of House Ravemore. It was a long-forgotten family, extinguished by magic long cursed, their legacy buried beneath the rubble of history. I felt as if I were trespassing into a story better left untold. In the depths of the chasm, I found her. Aella Ravemore, the last of her bloodline. She possessed an unsettling power, the ability to unearth the past by merely touching the skin. "You carry a great burden," she whispered, her voice echoing like a ghost. "Hidden truths that could change the fate of your family." She offered me a deal, silence in exchange for a name, return to the realm of the living. But I could not betray my own, and in that moment of refusal, the shadows began to move. That night, as the winds screamed their fury, chaos erupted. They came at us like specters, clawing and biting, a whirlwind of death. I saw my men fall, one by one, their screams swallowed by the storm. I was wounded, but amidst the carnage, I found Aella once more. I could have slain her, put an end to the darkness, but something stayed my hand. I sealed the entrance to the cave, sealing her fate, as well as my own in silence. When I returned to Winterfell, I was a different man, though none could see the wound beneath my armor. It was a silence I carried, heavy and suffocating. When Robert asked what had transpired, I uttered the words that would haunt me forever. Nothing, just stones and death. And so, the Black Chasm remained a forgotten whisper in the annals of history. Would you have made the same choices? What would you do if your honor demanded silence at a terrible cost? Could you stand still while someone cried for help, knowing you held the power to save them? But it wasn't just the shadows of the chasm that haunted me. It was the truth I buried deeper than any grave, a truth that could forge or shatter destinies. In the darkness, I found not only death, but the fragile thread of life itself. And in the shadow of death, I found a sliver of hope. In the realm of Westeros, the land is as unforgiving as its people. But in the heart of the north, where loyalty is a code as unyielding as the frozen ground, Eddard Stark stood as a bastion of honor. Yet even the most steadfast of lords can find themselves ensnared in a web of secrets, spun by the very shadows they seek to banish. The days following my return were filled with restless nights and haunted dreams. Every flicker of a candlelight seemed to ignite the memories of that cursed expedition. The faces of my fallen men danced in my mind, their eyes pleading for justice, their voices echoing the words I could never speak. The guilt of survival wrapped around me like a shroud, whispering that I had failed them. Winterfell remained a fortress of warmth against the icy winds that lashed outside. But inside, I felt the chill of secrets lurking in the corners. Catelyn, ever perceptive, noticed the distance in my gaze. "What troubles you, Ned?" she would ask time and again. Each time, I would evade her question, retreating deeper into my own silence, the weight of unspoken truths becoming a barrier between us. In time, the winds of the north howled louder, and the whispers of war began to spread across the land. The news of King Robert's visit reached us like a storm on the horizon, bringing both excitement and dread. I knew that our reunion would bring the past crashing back. The laughter and camaraderie of our youth felt like echoes of another life, one I could hardly remember amidst the shadows that loomed over me. When Robert arrived, he was as boisterous as ever, his presence filling the hall with warmth and laughter. Yet beneath the jovial facade, I sensed an unspoken tension, a dangerous undercurrent to his merriment. He spoke of the realm, of our shared history, but I found it difficult to focus on his words. The memory of Aella's haunting gaze flashed before me, the deal we made lingering like a spectre in the air. What if she returned? What if the shadows of the chasm sought retribution? As the banquet unfolded, I felt an urgency building within me. I knew I had to confront my demons, to lay bare the truth of my silence, but could I risk the safety of my family and the realm? I envisioned Aella, her voice echoing in my mind, "You carry a great burden." Was I, Eddard Stark, to bear that alone? The night wore on, laughter echoing against stone walls, yet my heart remained heavy. I sought refuge in the starlit courtyard, my thoughts spiraling into darkness. The chill of the wind was a stark reminder of the danger that lurked just beyond the gates of Winterfell. I closed my eyes, allowing the icy air to embrace me, searching for clarity in the chaos of my thoughts. In that moment, I made a choice to confront the shadows that haunted me, to unravel the thread of past and present that had ensnared my heart. I would seek out Aella Ravemore, to discover if her silence still held the power to shatter my world. Perhaps there was a way to reconcile the past without succumbing to the darkness. Driven by a newfound resolve, I returned to the warmth of my home, my heart steadying with purpose. As dawn broke over Winterfell, the light illuminated the path ahead. I gathered my closest confidants, the likes of which I had trusted with my life. "We ride for the Black Chasm," I declared, the finality of my voice silencing the murmurs of disbelief. My friends looked at me, concern etched into their features, but they did not question my resolve. With every step towards the chasm, my heart raced, a drumbeat of dread and determination. I felt the weight of history on my shoulders, the blood of my fallen comrades whispering their fears in my ears. The journey was fraught with peril, each moment echoed with the reminder of what transpired in those dark depths. As we neared the foreboding entrance once again, the air thickened with tension. The familiar stench of decay clung to the air, a reminder of the horrors that lay within. The shadows danced before my eyes, taunting me as if daring me to confront the truth I had buried so long ago. Aella awaited, her presence felt before she was seen. Her eyes, a haunting shade of grey, pierced through the darkness. "You returned," she whispered, her voice weaving through the air like a ghostly wind. "Are you ready to face what you failed to accept?" My resolve faltered, but I steadied myself. "I am here for answers," I replied, the weight of my unspoken past pressing down on me. "What is the price of silence, Aella? What would it cost me to return your name to the earth?" She regarded me with a mix of pity and understanding. "The truth is a dangerous thing, Eddard Stark. It carries the weight of lives both lost and saved." And with those words, the shadows stirred, revealing echoes of my past and the darkness that clung to them. The air crackled with tension as the weight of unspoken truths enveloped us. Would I finally uncover the secrets that had haunted me? Or would I lose everything I held dear? As I stepped forward, I felt the chill of fate closing in around me. The choice lay before me, to embrace the darkness that had entwined itself around my heart, or to seize the light that flickered just beyond the shadows. With a deep breath, I steeled myself. "Tell me, Aella, what must I do?" And in that moment, I knew my journey was only beginning, one that would lead me through the darkness and ultimately into the light of truth. If this story haunted you as much as it haunted me, subscribe to join me on the next journey through the shadows of our world. Together, we'll unearth the truths hidden in the darkness. In the shadow of death, I found a sliver of hope. The moment hung heavy in the air, tension crackling like electricity. I stood before Aella, the weight of my choices pressing down upon me. Would I be able to confront the ghosts of my past, or would I be consumed by them? The chasm loomed behind me, its darkness whispering secrets I had long feared to face. "Tell me what I must do," I repeated, my voice steady despite the uncertainty swirling within. Ayella's gaze bore into mine, piercing through the layers of honor and shame that had built up around my heart. "If you seek to resurrect the name of House Ravemore, you must first confront the truth of its demise," she responded, her voice like a soft breeze in the suffocating air. "You hold a shadow within. You, Eddard Stark, a truth that, when revealed, may unravel the very fabric of your life." The valley echoed with the remnants of the storm that had raged the night before, the winds carrying with them the foreboding sense of fate. "What truth?" I demanded, feeling the anxiety twist in my gut. "What has my honor to do with the fate of your house?" Ayella stepped closer, her presence ethereal and haunting. "It is not merely the name you seek to restore, but the lives intertwined with it." Her words tangled around me, pulling me into a web of history and deception. "The Night's Watchmen you were sent to find, they were not merely missing, they stumbled upon something far more sinister, a force that reaches far beyond the shadows of this chasm." Images flashed in my mind, brave men, guardians of the realm, now lost to the darkness. "You speak of magic," I said cautiously, my heart racing, "but does it exist? Is it real?" Ayella nodded solemnly, her expression grave. "Magic is the thread that binds the realms of the living and the dead. It dances in the air, more tangible than you realize. Those men were drawn to it, pulled by a force they could not comprehend, and they paid the price." I felt a chill creep down my spine, the weight of her words pressing down like an iron shroud. "But what does it have to do with me?" I asked, desperate for clarity. "Why would my silence be tied to their fate?" She took a step back, allowing the shadows to swirl around her. "You have a choice, Eddard, to embrace the truth of their fate, to uncover the secrets buried deep within this chasm, or to remain in silence and allow the shadows to consume you and your family." The fear of what lay ahead twisted within me, but I could not turn back now. "What must I do?" I repeated, firmer this time. Ayella extended her hand, revealing a piece of ancient parchment, frayed at the edges and inscribed with symbols that seemed to pulse with a life of their own. "Take this. It will lead you deeper into the realm of shadows, to the heart of what was lost. But know this, the path is fraught with peril, and not all that you encounter will be friendly." I took the parchment, feeling a surge of energy flow through my fingers, a connection to something much larger than myself. What if I find the truth? What if it destroys everything I hold dear? "The truth," Ayella replied, "is a double-edged sword. It can protect you, or it can shatter your world. But living in silence, that is the true death." With her words echoing in my mind, I steeled myself for what lay ahead. "I will do it," I declared, determination igniting within me. "I will face the truth of House Ravemore and uncover the fate of the Night's Watchman." Ayella's eyes softened, a flicker of admiration shining through the shadows that enveloped her. "Then be prepared, Eddard Stark. The darkness does not yield easily to the light, and what you find may haunt you forever." Taking a deep breath, I stepped into the cave, the light from my torch flickering against the damp stone walls. The air was thick with the scent of earth and decay, wrapping around me like an old cloak. The passage twisted and turned, leading me deeper into the abyss, each step echoing the heartbeat of ancient secrets waiting to be unearthed. As I delved deeper, the walls began to shimmer with faint light, revealing glimpses of history etched in the stone. I saw figures moving, men of the Night's Watch, their faces etched with fear and determination. I was a mere observer, a ghost in my own past, watching as they stumbled upon something dark, an ancient force that had awakened with their arrival. "Stay together," one of the men shouted, his voice resonating in the cavern. "We must not lose our way." But the shadows twisted around them, pulling them into a web of despair. I could feel their fear, their uncertainty, and I wanted to reach out to them, to warn them of what was to come. But I was powerless to intervene, a mere spectre haunting my own memories. The visions flickered and faded, replaced by the sight of a dark figure cloaked in shadows, whispering words that chilled me to the bone. "You have come at last, Eddard Stark. The truth you seek lies within, but do you dare to uncover it?" My heart raced as I faced the figure, its voice resonating with a deep, unsettling familiarity. "What are you?" I demanded, my voice trembling. "What do you want from me?" "I am the keeper of secrets," it replied, its form shifting and changing. "And you, dear Stark, hold the key to unlocking the past. Will you embrace your fate, or will you turn away?" Panic surged within me. "Show me," I demanded, my resolve hardening. "Show me the truth." The shadows shifted, swirling around us, and I felt the ground tremble beneath my feet. Images flooded my mind, visions of betrayal, loss, and ancient power. I saw the Night's Watchmen, their hopes slipping away like sand through fingers. I saw Aella standing alone, her fate intertwined with their own. And at the center of it all lay a choice I had yet to comprehend. As the vision swirled, I understood that my connection to House Ravemore was deeper than I had imagined. Their fate was tied to mine, the threads of magic weaving through our bloodlines, linking our destinies in ways I had never fathomed. "Will you accept the truth?" the shadowy figure asked, its voice echoing through the caverns. "Will you confront the darkness within you?" With a deep breath, I nodded, my heart pounding. "I will accept the truth. I will not shy away from the shadows." The figure smiled, its eyes gleaming with an unsettling light. "Then prepare yourself, Eddard Stark. For what you seek lies beyond the veil of death, and the cost may be higher than you are prepared to pay." And with that, the shadows enveloped me, pulling me deeper into the unknown. The echoes of the past roared around me, their cries a reminder of the price of knowledge and the darkness that awaited. If this story resonates with you, if the shadows of the past promise secrets yet uncovered, subscribe to join me on this journey into the heart of darkness. Together, we will confront the truths that lie in wait, uncovering the mysteries that bind us, even as we tread the thin line between light and shadow. Together, we will unravel the fabric of fate and perhaps find hope in the midst of despair.